Just got my first smallie, about 8 inches long. Nice, not big but not small. Right over there. This hole I've never caught anything in, and then it's so shallow that the beautiful hole around the bend where I caught my 2-pounder on my first cast with the grub, the tube bait 4 years ago, I think it's just too shallow this time of year. Now this is one of my favorite spots on the creek. It's about 3 feet low. It's incredibly deep here. The creek does a complete S-turn behind me here, goes around, comes all the way around over there. This massive log jam, very deep, and yet I've never caught anything good here. There should be 2 and 3 pounders here. Never caught a trout or anything. But oh, there are definitely fish here and big ones. I just haven't ever cast right or got it right. And after that second cast there, I'm probably again not gonna get it. Just look at that log. What must be hiding underneath there? Imagine this pool when it's 3 or 4 feet higher. Just nothing ever seems to go for my fish here. There was a little chub. Something nice jumped over there. I think my rod should just go tight with a 2-pounder here. I've never used the crayfish before. This is my first year with it. It catches both trout and smallies. Does not seem to be the right lure here. And the other thing is I've never seen carp here. You'd think there would be carp. Ooh, I just saw something nice following it for once. Something tiny. A chub. Woohoo! Now I'm going to turn the camera off unless I catch a big one. Wow, I got a trout. That's a beautiful 1-footer. All right, mister. Let's get you into the water as quickly as I can. Wow. I thought I was going to get a good smallie there, but a nice rainbow. I really like, so down there is that log jam I've loved. This is a hole here that I've caught some reasonable smallies. But this crayfish seems to be a nice smallmouth and trout lure. When he hit, I thought it was a smallmouth, then I saw he was narrow, so I thought it was a chub, but then I saw he was way too long to be a chub. I'll take that. It's been a deceptively bad spot in years past, but a couple trees have fallen in, so I'm going to give it a whirl. It's muddy in this stretch. There's somebody hiding over there. The only thing I don't like about this crayfish is it gets hooked on itself a lot. Oh, I just missed one. I saw him. Not huge. There is a fish hiding in there at least. Oh, got him. Oh, my reel fell out. One more try to see if I can get somebody over there to come out of that shade. Oh, that was a good cast. Somebody, oh, a small one, swimming. Let's try down here. Somebody's following. Oh, no, he wasn't big. Probably a chub. Bunch of little guys there. Now, if I can get into that shade up there without having spooked them. Just about in position to give it a try. It's such a muddy bottom instead of rocky that I think smallies who live here must hide in that shade and wait for something to come by. There comes... I love seeing them like a torpedo swim out. Just waiting for my rod to bend in half with a 2+ pounder hitting it. A little bit of shade over there might have something still. Oh, and if you're watching this when you're older, your rod inexplicably is incredibly good at casting, and that's the reviews called it, for such a basic, inexpensive rod at Bass Pro Shops. It is infinitely better at casting than my others. It's what's allowing me to even get close, or to not have to stand a lot further away than I used to. Ooh, there's a big one. Come on, come on. That's a brown trout. Wow, 2 trout. He's big. Wow, look at him. There's my hand. Oh, he's a big one. I can feel his teeth. Okay, let me get the scissors for the... I thought that was a big smallie, but then I saw how narrow he was, and I couldn't... I wasn't sure if I could believe my eyes. Oh, come on. Stay in the water, fish. I'm trying to get you without getting you hurt. There you go. All right, you're okay. Wow. 2 trout. And probably more. The way this is going. Well, I found the right lure. I'm not catching monster smallmouth with my tube bait, but I'll take 2 trout and maybe more. There are a couple more shady spots over there I can see overhanging. So I'll give it another try to see if there's another big trout. Boy, this crayfish is almost impossible with this hook. If it didn't catch fish, or especially trout, I'd give up on it very quickly. rooster has been, I don't know if you can hear it on the video, rooster crowing for a good hour. Something's chasing it. Something nice is chasing it. Come on. What are you? Oh, it must be just... Are those bluegills? Oh, oh, another trout. This is a trout hole. There he is. That's a rainbow. An honest to goodness trout hole. Come on. I missed him. Wow. So that's a third trout. That was absolutely a rainbow. Makes me wonder how many places I'm going to catch trout today that I never knew held trout. I know I've seen them in the past. There's a bass chasing it. They're sitting in the shade in that little current area. I wonder if there are any 2 or 3 pounders in this creek trout. I know a 3-pound smallie is my holy grail that I'm searching for. Come on. At this location, I'm hoping for trout. Alright, I give up. Wow. Yeah, one more cast. Check out that lunker smallmouth bass sitting there in 8 inches of water. My mind is blown. What is it doing there? And it tried to escape into the shore. Is it spawning? Maybe that's why the big ones are hard to catch this time of year. So it seems an odd time to spawn. Let's see if I can try to get it to bite here. Wow, is he big? Well, he's not a... He might have been a 2-pounder. But this... Again, I know so little. What is he doing here in the middle at 10 a.m. where a bird could get him? I don't get it. How many places have I walked by where the lunkers are hiding where I had no idea? I do know that the first monster I caught when I was a teenager, early 20s, was in a very shallow part of the hole beneath Mom and Dad's. But I've never seen... I figured that was in the evening, and I figured he had come over there to eat. Wow. Well, that's a lesson to Aiden, if you're listening. Sometimes there are places where they are, and I would have bet money they weren't. He was a nice one. Now this, I've never caught a lunker here, but there are usually some fish a little bit further up. And as usual, it's hooked on itself. Oh, there it goes. There's a little channel here. Stop recording until I catch a fish.